In this lesson, we will take a look at Autodesk Inventor's Revolve tool. To start off, I have a sketch here, and what I'd like to do is just review how to place in a linear diameter dimension. So I already have my vertical dimensions placed, but for this part, what I want to do is I want to revolve it around this inside left vertical line. So what I need to do is I'm going to place in some dimensions. So general dimension, I'm going to select the edge that I'm going to revolve around, the edge of the point to define the other place. I'm going to right click before placing it, select linear diameter to make sure that I have my diameter dimension. We'll place that in at 30. And I'm going to do the exact same deal on the outside edge. And we'll place that in at 50. Now, if I erase both of those dimensions, and if I would have had a center line, makes it even easier to do. Just going to draw in a line segment, select it, and change it to a center line style. I'm going to select D from the keyboard. And then when I place that dimension, it'll automatically default to linear diameter. So I'll just quickly place these in. Fully constrain my sketch. Now let's take a look at the revolve tool. First of all, I'm going to switch to an isometric view. I'm going to click return to exit out of the sketch environment. And then from the part features panel, click on revolve, or R is the shortcut key. So the profile, it was automatically selected since there was only one. The axes, being the center line, there was only one of those, it was automatically selected. If I did not have a center line, I would have had to select a specific edge to use as that axis of rotation. Again, the output is either going to be a solid or a surface. In this case, we will output a solid. For the operation, those are all grayed out at this point, besides join, because this is our very first solid that we're going to create, or our base feature. Now, under the extents, we have full, angle to, and from to. So let's take a look at these. So first of all, the full, just like you would expect, if I spin this around, revolve that feature 360 degrees. If I go back and edit that feature, let's take a look at what angle can do. So in this case, I could change that to 45 degrees. I can change it to go in the clockwise, counterclockwise direction, or in this case, I could also go evenly in both directions. Again, that 45 degrees is the complete revolution, so it's going half in each direction. Now for the other operations here, I have a file that's already open. It's called revolve.ipt, and this is also located in your Chapter 3 exercise folder. And what I have here is just a real simple extrusion, and right in the middle of this part, I drew a rectangle, and what I want to do is I want to revolve that rectangle along or around this edge shown on the bottom of the part. So what I'm going to do is click on revolve, and the profile is going to be the rectangle. The axes, click on that. I'm going to select that horizontal line. As you can see, it defaults to full. I could do angle if I wanted to, or I could do to next, and I can reverse that direction if I wanted to. And again, it's going to find the very first face for it to terminate at. So again, spin that around. See that it terminates nice and cleanly to that face. I'm going to undo that, and one more time revolve that profile, that top edge for our axes of rotation. Spin the model around a little bit by holding down the F4 key. So the to operation, in this case, this is where I can go back and select a specific plane. So maybe I could select this bottom face right here. Now I get a couple different solutions here depending upon what I'm going to do. So if I go on back and select on the minimum solution, I can reverse its order or go evenly in both directions. So you can see you get a whole bunch of different options that are available here. So let's go ahead and click OK. And you can see that it is definitely terminating at the face that I selected. Let's undo that. One more time, I'm going to click on the revolve, the profile, these axes to revolve around. And in this case, we'll do from to. So I want it to start on that plane and stop on that plane. And just like we showed in that last segment here, with the minimum solution checked, the direction, you get different solutions depending upon the operation that you select. And the last thing that we want to take a look at here is we have the different operations that were available in the extrude tool are also available here. So in this case, I'm going to edit that feature, bring the dialog box back in. So you'll notice in this case, we did a join to start off with. If I went and did a cut, I can remove some material. In this case, I'm just going to go all the way around, do a full cut to remove the material. As you can see, a totally different solution just by selecting the cut operation. And just to show that it does work, if I changed it to intersect, it's going to keep what's common. So I would only be left with those two slices. That completes the Revolve tool.